Welcome. This is JD, the mobile trader, and we're here with my brother Mo Jackson, and we're here for the market wrap up with JD and Mo. What's going on, Mo?
What's up, my brother? How you doing?
Making it, man. Had a good week, happy week. We're here on December 4th, 2020, in the year of COVID, and we're still cooking. We're still strong, man. I wanna jump right in with quick small. Well, I say small group, 11. That's better than two. And tonight's theme,
Always.
I wanna drop this on you, man. Tonight's theme is becoming our own portfolio expert. How about that
Mm,
one? Peter
mm,
Lynch talks about that.
mm, hmm.
Many others, and that's what when folks ask us about should I, I've been looking at this stock right here and that stock. Should I buy? Is it a good idea to buy? Well, if that thing's on your heart and you've been researching it, you know, it might be something that you've researched and you want to buy. It it might fit your criteria, but one of the things that we focus on is, becoming your own expert and building a process. So, Mo, how long did it take you to build your initial process, man? For okay, for investing first and then for trading.
Um, well, mine came like that, investing first, then trading. I guess it it's hard to say because I believe I'm still building it. I'm still
Refining
chipping
it.
away and refining and making things better, seeing certain things and taking away certain things. But um, you know, I would say maybe grad school. I mean, it was the fundamentals first. It was Warren Buffett and Peter Lynch. Like their approaches made the most sense to me in a fundamental, long term kind of sense. And then, kind of getting into options trading. I had to come up with, I mean, it's hard to say because I just kind of searched and read everything and I
Right.
tried what kind of really just made sense to me. Like I know all about Bollinger Bands, and I know a little about the Elliott waves and those things, but that didn't resonate with me. So
It didn't
I
speak. It didn't
use
sizzle in your soul, like Country
yeah,
Wayne says.
it
Yeah.
didn't sit right in my spirit.
Right. He said that them greens don't
So
smell right.
but the Can Slim did, you know what I mean?
Word.
And the Ichimoku Cloud did, and the Alligator did. So, I found those things, within, those and just like I said, still refining and still getting better. So I don't know. It's kind of weird, hard to say that. Like I'm there now, and I got it
Right.
back then. Like nah, it's not like that. I'm still getting it.
Nekayo. Nekayo. Nakayo. Okay, I got it. Perfect. It's an ongoing journey for me. Uh, I, the, yeah, I believe from the investing standpoint, I have it, and it's just time horizons or what allow me to tweak certain things. Like if I
Mm-hmm.
want something short term, I look
Mm-hmm.
for a short term vehicle. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm going long term, I have a little bit more leniency on my entries,
Mm-hmm.
and I know like, look, let's get in it. Let's get to moving and do my research. But I want to pose a question to the crowd. All right, for everybody, all of us. The 100K, $100,000. We have 5 years to make $1 million. What are your market moves? You can put them in the chat. I mean, are you sinking that whole thing into Bitcoin? Are you sinking it into some crypto? Are you going to go blue chip stocks? Are you going to try to flip an IPO? Uh, are you going to sit it right in the S&P index fund of the Qs? Are you going to hedge any of it? Or are you going to trade it away and really hand it to the market and tell the market, like, here's my gift? That's, you know, those are the questions that I think we need to ask ourselves because we can find ways that we can test
How long,
ourselves.
how long do I have with it?
5 years.
Do I have to keep it the whole 5 years, or I can pull it out when
Oh, I mean, if you get
it
that
gets to a
million,
million?
it's a wrap. Yeah.
I'll probably put it in Ethereum.
Oh, you're gonna go right there and sit it and put it
and just let it
and
sit.
let it go.
Yep. I know where I can earn interest on it too while it's sitting.
You're gonna stake the coins?
So there you go. Boom.
Okay. I have a stake in crypto, long-term investing, currently learning to trade out. Perfect. Qs. Jamlin went Qs and blue chip. I like that. Crypto options, Robin, Qs, and Leap. Now, Leap's definitely, uh, I'm leaping Tesla. I'm leaping Apple. Uh, and I'm going into crypto on the backside. I might even I might even mine again because if it gets the right, uh, if I get that right, difficulty level and return, I can create the coin not create my own coin, but I mean I can replicate the coin, or I
Mhm.
can secure the network, get my payout on that. And there's ways, guys. Uh,
It's so many. Oh my goodness.
it,
These DeFi.
the,
Goodness.
so I think asking a question like this will have our minds going. And that's kind of what I want to try to continue to do in my mastermind group on Sundays, is ask these types of questions. Because we used to do this in college and high school. Hey
Mhm.
man, for $1 million, would you go out there? It used to be like, would you slap your grandmama? You like, no, man, I'm not slapping my grandmama, but my mama, something like that. Or or would you slap that old? That I'm just telling y'all how dudes used to talk. I'm sorry if it, you
Nah,
know.
you right though. We ain't gonna slap grandma, but mom, hey,
He said,
nah.
I'm already getting spanked. He said, well, you hit your dad in the chest, that kind of thing for the phone.
Right.
But now it's like, okay, you have $1 million, or I mean, $100,000. How are you gonna make this last? So here's the next question that I want us to go, because we're doing a lot of trading. Um, this was one of my mistakes during the last, I guess, Black Swan event during the Big Short era, the financial crisis. I traded a lot. I was able to hit and hit and hit, but I did not buy the stocks that were going to lead the rebound. I didn't have a stake in anything as the rebound occurred, or 10, 15 years later. I mean, I had a few things, but what are three must own stocks or sectors over the next decade that you must be in, guys? Are we looking at EV? Are you looking at, of course, blockchain? Are you looking at fintech, cybersecurity, or are you going like, hey, I'm getting Apple, Tesla, Disney, or when Robinhood comes as an IPO, I'm thinking, that kind of thing. What do you guys see as like? I know everybody has their favorites. You don't have to give it up, but I know you have a couple of favorites, Mo, that you want to participate in. Tech and EV, Selena says. Solar, healthcare, renewable energy, and blockchain. I like that, man. Biotech is something that we look at as something as a leader. Semiconductor, healthcare stocks, cloud security. I like that one as well. SIA, EV and tech
Mhm.
energy, EV tech and energy. um, Tesla, Square, Bitcoin, Gerald. That's a good one. Those are three. Yeah. Well, what's your play, Mo? I think I know one of them.
Which one?
Hey, Mickey.
You know it's on there.
Uh,
I'm trying to think of number three. If I mean, because I'm companies, definitely Disney and Tesla. I think would definitely be on the list long term. I would probably, I don't know, I would maybe put PayPal as number three.
over
Maybe
Square.
PayPal. Yeah, maybe PayPal over Square. Um,
Okay. Okay.
as far as sectors, I got EV, blockchain, and entertainment.
Entertainment, because it's
Yeah.
going to be in a new. Uh, what about AI, guys? Artificial intelligence, because that's going to go into entertainment, augmented reality, virtual reality, all because that's going to be tech, and it's going to fall under entertainment. But it's going to also it's going to bleed into other sectors. It's going to bleed into the defense sector, augmented reality. We're going to have wars. We're going to have virtual reality type of layouts. Um, I just think for me right now, I would go Tesla. Uh, AI is everything. Yeah, Keyshawn, absolutely. And I'm going Tesla, Apple, and gonna throw a monkey wrench in this, man. And Boeing, they do not
Yeah,
let Boeing fail.
yeah, I actually had that on my list to rap about. I'm glad you brought them up because yeah, they moving a little bit. It's starting to sell them seven. It's good
Well,
for them.
it's outstanding, guys. I want to talk about the weekly moves a little bit, and I just everybody in here has a maybe has a reliable stock picking process, but maybe not even realize they have that process in place because I see so many people say, "Oh man, I've been looking, just out of the blue, I've been looking at this stock. I've been looking at, and it's all like whether it's in our Telegram groups and the stock scouts, whatever. People come up with those ideas and those thoughts, man. This we have some research mavens that are building their long-term process. I see renewable energy. I do like that one, Fonsic. Uh, and McDonald's, Keyshawn said the McRib is back. And so we have to get you got to get some in the McRib because the dividend stocks on the McDonald's, it just
Mhm,
they're a real estate company.
mhm. That's what I was thinking. That was actually who I was kind of teetering on with PayPal was McDonald's actually.
It,
So yeah.
they're a real estate, a tech company, whatever you
Hmm.
want, and Walmart could be in that play, but Amazon falls under under that category as well. Um, I want to talk about a couple of weekly moves, and I want to see, Mo will drop a few gems uh, and alerts on times. At times I will. I'm I've been calling out Ford for a few weeks. I'm going to show you guys
Hmm.
something. Ford is looking to Ford isn't just that old F-150 anymore, that beat up truck, and said, "Oh, what you doing out there, man? Come on and get in this pickup truck. I'll help you move. You go over to Georgia State. Okay, well, come on. You come on with it,
I
man.
was talking to somebody that sound like that the other
It's
day.
hell. I stay down in Rome. This here is an electric pickup. You know what that is,
Hmm.
son? That
Hmm.
they're moving into the electric sector, and they've come off
Yep.
the bottoms, a cup and
Yep.
handle on this weekly chart. And let me go. I'm gonna go a little bit further now. That we're coming up to resistance, guys. We're coming up to a $10 resistance. It's a handle of like, okay, we could hit resistance and this thing could pull back. One of the things about Ford, it's a slow mover. The ATR is like 29 cents as opposed to like Amazon, it might be 38, $60, whatever it is. So you think you buy an option that's right there and you go out of the money. So let's just say you have 14 days in Ford. I think I'm sharing the right screen. This is just a little idea, guys. I'm People will buy that's the wrong one. I'm not gonna give y'all my Tesla. Um you hop into Ford and December 14th and you're saying, okay, we're almost at $10 and it's only these options are like they're only 10 cents. Only 10 cents. I'm gonna load up on them. Got 30,000 open interest. Ford could get hit and knocked down to $9 and it would take a month maybe to go a dollar sometimes with Ford. You never know how much time you need, but we're coming up to resistance on that chart. So what I did, I sent out the email. Look, man, I went for the January 21st, 2022's 413 days to expiration. The strike price is the $10 strike. It's trading at 137 by 140, $1.40. So $140 gives you 413 days to get, you know, 66 cents, um, give or take. It's 122,967 individuals participating in that. Now, the January 15th, 2021 has the $10 call has 435,000 people participating, but I still want more time with Ford because EV sector is being vetted right now at times, and every so often the entire sector will get a little hit. Hindenburg will do a short hit. What are your thoughts on EV and on Ford, man? I'm feeling that leap, that 413 days. That might not be in your wheelhouse
Nah,
though.
I'll probably be looking at the January, maybe the February or March or something like that. But I like, that Ford is getting into, EV. EV is going to be a thing. It is a thing. I mean, Tesla has proven that, continuing to prove that. I think Tesla is gonna be the, Ford GM of EVs, and
Hmm.
the gas ones are going to end up having to play catch up. But they do have the capital and the access to capital in place in order
That's
to
the big word, isn't
make
it?
that happen.
Access to capital.
That I mean, so they can put the resources in place to keep themselves relevant if they continue to make the right investments and put that capital in place. So um I do think EV is a thing. I all of these specs coming out, we'll see. Same thing happen, when the gas car came out around, with the Ford and the Model T. Like it was all kinds of car companies, and so we'll see.
Uh,
We'll see.
Dana said, "Are these long term in you guys' opinion? The ones we're talking about, we were looking for the long term play for the next decade. Just with McDonald's, Apple, Tesla, that's the time horizon for the scenario.
Mhm,
Uh, Sia said Ford is a bidder for the U.S. the Postal Service contract. Gerald mentioned some guys that putting down deposits on a new Ford Bronco. I just saw the video for that. But
mhm,
quick thing on Tesla. Um, there's people that are contrarian. Uh, People with there were like 30. I don't know how many. 150 Cadillac dealers have refused to move towards the electric vehicle market. So they have given up their Cadillac dealership. It's like those guys that refuse to come on and get an email and move their filing system to spreadsheets. They say, I don't do nothing but these here manila folders have kept me for the last 37 years, JD. So handshaking
basically,
this and out of business. I didn't
basically.
I didn't take the movies back, man, to the dude at the little TV shop. I didn't return those movies. I still have some VHS tapes that brother didn't know where the hell I rented Back to the Future, Lethal Weapon, had the Goonies, He said my
Back to the Future is one of my all-time favorites, man.
I'm just
Golly.
I'm saying innovation, disruption, uh strategic disruption, not just foolishness, but it it blows past people's expectations for the future.
Hmm.
It blows past it because and that's what another thing ARK Invest, Kathy Wood, she caught flack early on for making value, just outlandish calls, and she said people, the speed of innovation, there's
Hmm.
nothing to measure it at certain times.
Hmm.
It goes past because it's not Moore's law anymore, it's Wright's law.
Yep.
That's a you guys can WRIGHT
Yep.
look that one up, but um, you know how, okay, someone always wants to be a contrarian against something that they can't quantify. Jim Chanos runs a hedge fund. He's been short Tesla since like 2016. And the last 4 years, and especially the last 12 months, they have hit him so hard. Said, and when somebody that's a multi-billion dollar runs a fund that big of what is it? Kaniko's associates, he says it's been painful. Clearly, when you say painful, that's several hundred million in value that you lost, and that are you familiar
That
with
beat
with
me.
with Chanos?
Vaguely.
Okay, well, um, I just think that we need to have our minds open. That forward leap, I see so much in the future with Ford, and it's going to follow the move of Tesla. But I just saw the chart set up and the leaps were very, very reasonably priced. The next one is I've been calling this the Tesla retirement play, Mo. Uh, I've been saying this for weeks and weeks and weeks. And when I was buying shares at 364, 400. I remember somebody would always say, hey, "You always look at Tesla," and I'm like, "Yeah, uh, it's on my spirit, man." And they try to quantify why it was overvalued, but I'm like, something's only overvalued if somebody's they're done willing to pay any higher. And I was like, I think it's undervalued until it gets over 500 consistently. Now we're getting to that level of the rarefied air. But if you can't afford Tesla, there was a play. The play is almost done, but I was calling it the poor man's Tesla play. It's where ARK Invest was trending almost tick for tick or similar in a similar fashion to how Tesla was running, and it is it's a fraction of the price, less volatility, but you're going to catch that move because ARK Invest has their 11% weighted with Tesla. So if Tesla spikes, ARK, just like the Bitcoin grayscale, big Riot blockchain, when Bitcoin jumps, Riot jumps, and you can participate in that way. So this one was the one we caught the move from like 108 to it's 117 right now. Really, 105 was the designation for the trigger to go. So I I try to find theses like that, stories in the market to where we can get you see it on the screen where 508 was the area for go time for Tesla past the double top for me. 105 was the same area for ARK Invest, and it's been running since then. And now Tesla is at that inflection point at the 600 handle to where we're going to next week. We're another week away from that triple witching Friday mode where they're going to start. eh, Tell me this: buy the rumors, sell the news. What do you think happens end of day Friday when all the funds have to be in compliance. So it's going to be dark pools moving money, buying shares, taking shares from long-term holders, overbidding. What happens that Monday? Do you think that sell-off happens?
Um, ah,
That's a
history
tough
has,
question.
yeah, it is a tough question, but history has shown that, you know, there have been sell-offs after a major addition, something like this.
Facebook did that, didn't they? They
Right.
sold off.
Uh-huh. So, but they're also talking about splitting the edition. Well, the last thing I read, they were talking about splitting the edition into two market sessions. So,
How long ago was that? Because they said they were going to
that
do it
will
in one
have an
tranche.
effect.
Huh?
Okay, so they did.
They decided to
This
do
was
one
maybe
tranche,
two or
man.
3 days ago.
Yeah,
Okay, so
they
yeah, it was maybe 2 or 3 days ago. But um, I mean, it is going to be volatility. There are I have multiple sources of different information that claim volatility around that same period. And so, you know, I would just be extra cautious. I wouldn't be expecting it to fly. I don't expect that,
I expect
especially
it
the
to
way that
fly.
chart looks right now.
I tell you this, I expect this thing to fly on the way leading up because
Yeah.
it's a buy for a couple of days. The window is tight.
Yep.
It's overbought. That window's tight. We come up there and test 618, 615, 620. The thing about that, a high flyer, um, it if it's breached 600. It breached it in the after hours today. Now the what's going to happen, these funds have to become compliant. There's not enough shares, so the different funds have been calling their long-term investors and asking, "Would you like to diversify?" And they wanted to relieve them of their Tesla shares. So
Yep.
if I don't want to sell it at the current market price, you think I'm selling for a lower price, and the fund needs to, so they're going to have to bid that price up for a certain amount of time. Now, there's going to be volatility, but I do expect a push up. And I think that's why I put that ARK play in to where ARK will cushion. Let's say Tesla hits and then it sells off and it comes back and fills this gap right here at 574. And then it says it wants to come back down here and fill this gap because there are two gaps that we need to pay attention to at
Hmm.
412.45.
Hmm.
That will Tesla has the history of like they run up $100. We said we're gonna go down $186,
Hmm.
and
Yep.
it's gonna shake out everybody. People like I told you, man. I saw Musk rolling up in the bathroom at a Greyhound bus station, and like what? And all the rumors come out, and then all of a sudden
Yep.
he's back. Everything's back, and it'll fall in that trend. And where this is, that gap falls right back into that trading range that was earlier that allowed.
Hmm.
So it could be back to share accumulation.
Yep.
The reason I say ARK is because ARK has like the other companies like Roku to cushion that very sharp pullback.
Hmm.
It I mean, you get a pullback, but you might not get as much. ARK is a long term buy and hold, and you can trade it. Um, I just wanted to go over that, and this, just remember, this is not buy, sell, or hold recommendation. These are I'm currently in all these plays. I'm in Tesla for the long haul, and also I'm trading around that core position. Speculative plays must come with restraint. That I just really feel that we have to establish parameters, man. That's my lead in, Mo. I know you had some things you want to talk about. Um, I I have some names of a couple of sectors I want to drop on you a little later, man. Like some those casinos, bruh. Yeah.
Hey, we could just pull up charts and you can run the screen. It's all good, bro.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I
What?
just had a couple names I wanted to talk about that was highlighted this week.
Okay. Let's
Um,
do it.
Boeing was one of them
Yeah.
because of the 737 Max orders. So um, just wanted to take a look at the weekly and the daily chart of Boeing.
Okay. Okay. So how come I heard that one of the flight attendants on there was asked to somebody if they wanted to be on the Mile High Club? She got suspended immediately. He said we have not flown our the we are still trying to get past this anyway. That's a grass joke, man. That's just, but stuff I think about in real life, man. I'm just being honest. But Boeing right here, it's a weekly.
That's Tesla.
Okay, Boeing's on my heart. Thank you. There. Oh, that is nice. That come up. Let me remove my a couple little things out of your way.
It's all good. I like that it's coming, you know, it's hitting that resistance area, um, which also has a gap to fill. Looks like what you got pictured there too. So, you know, Boeing, if they continue to get, you know, this kind of news and those back orders start to come back into play, that you know they got a lot of real estate to cover as far as price is concerned. So,
Did you see Ryan Air put that order in for 75 max, and all that news is trickled together to
hmm
pop that thing over the last what 5 days?
yeah,
Well, I mean that shoot,
yeah,
that's 5 weeks.
yeah, it's been
That's
moving
five.
5 weeks.
Oh my goodness, yeah, man. And we were in a tight bear channel, guys.
Hmm. Hmm.
Bear channel coils up, and when it breaks out, a lot of times it breaks out from the bottom of that channel, and it it'll hump to a new area for me. We're making a climb
Yep.
and testing the anybody in Boeing, because I do think, I mean, we were short Boeing through that whole process for a lot of times, and now it we people, oh, it's coming back, and it's rare to come back off of a pure dive and come all the way straight back up.
Hmm.
It
But
are
it's
you
trying to make its rounds. So
uh,
I'm
I,
not in yet.
you,
I'm considering, but it's definitely going through that accumulation stage. Uh, I still think there's some pullbacks left, but
there's always another shoe to drop,
hmm
especially with what's going on. But if we
hmm
look, Mo, the base was built, came
yep,
up, and now we're at another wide. We look on the weekly, see a little bit better, but
yep,
that basis is we're coming up to an area of inflection resistance, and
hmm
there's a gap to fill right above it, but it might not fill it immediately. That gap, the high, the low is 249.80. Uh, that can come next week, or
hmm
it's a little overbought. I just I think if you're long term, looking out long term, you set your time horizon. If you want to participate with the idea that we could get there's more volatility, there's more pullbacks. We could even come back to that gap down here, 158.47 to fill that's on the daily on my chart. Um, let's see if I can show it right in this area right here. The gap that came on the November 6th through the 9th, that weekend, that Friday, opened that Monday, at 184.50. 46. So just, I'm with you. What else would you like to check, man? What else on the flow, man? Because um, PACB has not stopped yet. Pacific Bioscience.
Yeah. Go ahead, pull it up.
Okay,
Oh,
no, I'm
I was looking at Ali too the other day.
let's go, Ollie.
It's so many setting up. I was looking at well, definitely for me the big news was Boeing and cannabis stocks. So definitely the ACB, Tilray,
Okay,
that crew. But Pac B, this one this name looked familiar. It looked
that
like
was
it
in
was.
our
I was gonna say, I think it was in the report that I read. Some cool dudes wrote.
some brothers wrote it, man. Yeah, yeah. They talk
Yeah.
about support black owned business. But just I just like I like good information. But
Yeah.
that and guys, the institutional the
And when
institutional
did
ownership.
biotech come out? That was biotech.
This is biotech.
Biotech came out when in July.
But we did this one. We also, I think we talked about this in the. This was a penny stock when we was under $5, man. It was under 10 when we were discussing it, and it's run uh, patterns, pictures of paragraphs unloaded, wise words being quoted. Guys, we look at a lot of times. We look at patterns
Hmm.
and the inverse head and shoulders here. Whether we get the exact line, it, it's just a lot of times the head and shoulders, all it is a test of resistance, a pullback to support, another test of resistance, pullback, and we're making steady pushes towards a higher goal. So we have higher lows right there. We're overbought, but that's still strong. I'll pull up ACB, man, Aurora, because they had the vote today, and I took profit pretty quickly on Aurora Cannabis, and it was more of that speculative play, man. And stocks won't remain. That's your Wyckoff move right here, man, on the daily, and also the bell curve with Velez, because
Hmm.
it's well, how many years out do we have? Let's go. How long has Aurora been out? There it is. Accumulation down there, markup, euphoria. Then we had the fear, and just panic, sell off, sell. And now we're getting that curve to
Back to
come up.
accumulation. Yep.
And I'm a fan of this sector. Mo, how about you, man? Long
Um,
term.
if we get the legislation, yeah.
I'm trying to be ahead of that, man. I mean,
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
still at certain levels.
I mean, as a trader, yeah, we definitely want to be positioned ahead of it. I mean, as I guess a business owner or, thinking about the business in general, in this country, it's going to continue to be an issue as long as they are unable to bank. And until they get something straight on the
Oh, that's
federal level,
big.
they won't be able to bank. Well, blockchain may be changing some of that, so we'll see. But for the most part, they won't be able to bank, and it's hard to do,
The
a
cash
lot of
business.
things. It's hard to do a lot of things as a public company when you can't bank, and so, or even as a private company, it's hard to do when you can't bank. So that's as long as that's an issue. Um, I'm like I'd like for it to do well. Um, you know, I
Okay,
I think it
okay.
can do well, but
It's the
we need
Schedule
that
One. Yes,
legislation.
it's on there with the hard with heroin, with cocaine,
Hmm.
all that.
Yep.
Yeah. So, um, I I mean, we can just ask Diamond. She pays her bills with money orders still in the cash based business. But anyway, she's a nurse now, and hell, look here, man. MGI is one that I want to kind of. I don't think they have
I know,
cocaine stocks
right?
out there, Mo. I don't think they do that one. I think
Hey,
the
Coca
federal government.
Cola.
Yeah, originally, yeah, they originally had.
No, no, still.
Uh,
I was watching something. I don't know what it was. It was a History Channel thing. Coca Cola has the only in the United States legal import license
for
for the
coca,
coca leaf.
they got the
Yep,
coca.
the only. Legal. So yeah,
You
Coke.
think folks used to get a headache? They would get those headaches if they couldn't have a Coca-Cola back in the day. It was almost
It's folks. Hey, I'm in Atlanta. It's folks that's like that now. They need that Coke.
and okay, MGI guys, MoneyGram International. This thing is sold off. I have been watching MoneyGram just like it's as I go deeper. Let me put the
Hmm.
volume on here. Um, like from a distance, you see it, and you're like, okay, what is? And then you go a little bit deeper, and it falls into the fintech category. Um, Volume anomalies catch my attention. So
Hmm.
48 million one day. Before that, 20 million, 7 million. But then down here, 89 million just out of the blue. 4 million to 89 million, it pops up. Then you start getting these big numbers and you get the run. You'll see a voluminous run. Then it hits resistance and pulls back. So what I'm doing, I'm watching this thing. I'm going to see where it pulls back and see if volume comes in.
Hmm.
It's just it's a lower priced stock. It fit a couple of criterias on IMDb. I mean not IMDb, but Investors Business Daily. Uh, and it's just something I was keeping up when we were doing our fintech research. Uh,
Hmm.
MGI caught my attention. You said so. Ollie is OLLI.
Yeah, that's in discount retail crew.
Okay,
And I wonder if they had earnings. Did they have earnings today?
let me
I
see.
think they did have earnings coming up.
Let me put it on the thing. Somebody put
Oh, they
something in.
had earnings yesterday. Okay, I thought so.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I don't. Their earnings weren't that good. That's why it dropped.
Well, I, there are different sectors that we need to follow right now, uh, and these are sectors that you deal with a lot, and also like Kroger had a rough earnings, but Kroger like when the pandemic first hit, I would go out every so often and drive, and the parking lots I would do the parking lot check. Parking lots that were popping were Kroger and Home Depot where I am, and a lot of times that it and it played and we could look at what was going on with the parking lot traffic, foot traffic, and realize that okay, and the chart matched up with it. And we also looked at Dollar
Mhm.
General big calls. I think I'm
Mhm.
breaking up, Emma.
No.
Okay, um, yeah, Ollie, man. Okay, the Ollie chart for me, I think today was that red candle is what pulled that back. It would look different. That's the weekly. I'm gonna go to the daily, and without wearing everybody out tonight, see, Ollie doesn't make a play for me except that hammer candle was there the
Hmm.
other day. If it
Hmm.
had broken above that hammer candle, that thing had a chance to run. Guys, look for patterns that the candlestick patterns that you can find. Um, you can see morning star doji, evening star doji, hammer candles, uh, any reversal patterns that indicate a potential of a reversal. They don't always come to fruition because this one didn't come to fruition. There was a market anomaly. There was an earnings event that changed the entire. It skewed the chart, and so that happens. But we we look for different. We look for setups. I want to show you guys Las Vegas Sands, Mo. This
Hmm.
Las Vegas Sands for me because the casinos are coming back. People gonna go out and get the gamble on. They're gonna
Hmm.
go. Uh, I saw an old lady testing out her motorized scooter the other day with her cane. Man, she was whacking she was stretching and whacking a tree, man. Because when people you cut them off and they're trying to go to that progressive slot machine, they'll hit you with a cane. And so she was pretty good with it. So Las Vegas Sands, that it coiled up for some weeks and it mounted within this range. It's coming in and the volume is steady, 4 million, 5 million, and it's not overbought. I'm looking at that in the sports books for a long-term play like DraftKings because the sports if it's still viable right now and sports are really partially muted, when sports really come back, it'd be nice to possibly be building a position in something that's going to capitalize on daily fantasy and also state to state gambling.
Hmm.
What are your thoughts on that, man? Because I know you weren't a big casino dude. Did you froze up on me, Mo?
And the next one was in well, not the big casinos, right? But the one I wanted to look at was in kind of in the gaming sector too, gaming and entertainment. But I mean, I agree that the gaming is gonna come back, betting is gonna come back. Um, I I mean this second wave and folks shutting down like I mean, California starting again, like it's probably gonna be a little while longer, but maybe by the spring, by the time it get warm again, these uh, different hotels and casinos should be able to see a lot more action, and I think that that's what the price is kind of leaning towards or anticipating. It may consolidate, over the next couple months, but um, I mean, I like that breakout. And as long as, we continue to have I don't know, it like I said, the shutdowns, possible shutdowns uh that are coming in more states or and cities are doing could throw a wrench in that,
Right.
maybe fill that gap to the downside. But uh, long-term thinking going into January, February, March, I do think there'll be some viability there.
And Mo mentioned the gap. Guys, when we look on our charts, if we see something that just like, uh, you know how your auntie will say, you don't smell right. Go run some bath water. Or that don't look right. Well, you see something on a chart that's not uniform. Usually it has to, you have to come back and it has to be rectified. Had a nice basically reversal, clean reversal. Wasn't a sharp one, as a clean share building reversal, push up, and then a big time gap up into a new level. A lot of times these gaps have to be filled, whether it's an earnings call that'll fill it, whether it's a shutdown, like so let's say the shutdown happens. Well, the pullback was coming. The shutdown just happened to be the catalyst to knock that domino over. You know, um, so watch on your charts. We look at things like that. Um, Mo, I think a long term from a long-term perspective, pers- long-term view, 10 years, 5, 10 years, I think the casinos are a buy and hold, certain ones,
Mhm.
especially the ones that have a sports book like
Yeah.
Penn Gaming, Caesars. They merged with El Dorado, that because the gambling aspect and also the brick and mortar aspect of it um, will be key over the next 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
And AI is involved in the gaming industry,
Yeah.
cybersecurity. You know, we,
I agree. I think the and cruise lines. I think they were the hardest hit, and they are still kind of feeling the heat. But it's a good accumulation time for those stocks. If you got the 3 to 5 year investment window, and you can hold out for a little while, they should be back up to their previous levels by then. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion.
I'm with you, man. And okay, Mo mentioned, he said if you have an investment window at 3 to 5 year, that's one of the things, guys. If we could tell you anything, if I could focus on anything, establish your investment time horizon. That's going to keep you from being in an emotional state
Mhm.
of of unknown. If the price, like you get in, you say, yeah, I got the stimulus check. You go to Olive Garden or Cheesecake Factory and spend that little $75, and then you stick the rest in Robin Hood and say, we're gonna make that money, and they're gonna have it by Christmas.
Mhm.
You need to think 5 Christmases away, and by that time you might be Nation of Islam. You might not be celebrating Christmas, and so you don't need to pull it out. You don't need to pull it out. I'm saying the idea is don't put the money in that you need for rent or for
Yeah.
something that or layaway. that's the market. The market has its own ideas and time frame,
Yep.
and sh- when you want it out, you're like, oh, I only can get 40% of what I put in right now.
Yep.
Um,
'Cause I'm down and I'm waiting for it to move.
that's the thing. So we put that time
Yep.
horizon on there to where you it's like you set it and forget it. Um, so establish that first before you get in. Whether it's 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years. We already do it with the 401k if you participate in that.
Yep.
So be on that in that same mindset now. When you want to trade around a core position, that's when you need to have a little bit more of a strategic position. But it's a different strategy.
Hmm.
Trading is a different beast. I don't think you can just read a book and watch YouTube videos. You got to go ahead and put your money at risk, whether you buy a course to get a mentor or you put that money at risk and test it yourself in the market. And
Trial by fire.
yeah, go out there and swim. I'm like, okay, because you're gonna hit, and you think you have a process. Oh yeah, I do it right. And right when we get confident, boom, it'll hit us
Yep.
back, and then you take one of those lotto plays and wipe it like I'm done.
Yep.
Market said, okay, lesson one,
Yep.
and then you're gonna re up because so um, last thing for me, Snowflake, man. I was looking at their institutional ownership. Uh, the and Warren Buffett is a big backer of Snowflake. And I know Robin and a lot of other individuals out there. Anybody in here been participating in the Snowflake run up? Because this is moving so fast. I
That's a
got
recent IPO, isn't it?
very recent, and it's like the
Yeah.
money that has come into it, man. Um, that first day, like 36 million shares, but um, over if I, okay, I went to Yahoo Finance, pull that up, and there's a little section who has what percentage of the insiders.
Hmm.
Snowflake, man, is 6%. I'm trying to pull it up to where we don't move. I don't know how long it's going to continue to move, but uh, if somebody has some money and it's that stock some time to settle, or do
Yep.
you hop in and say, hey, everybody genius?
I think of
What are your thoughts,
IPOs in
man?
one. I think of IPOs in one of two ways. Either you need to be, well, not need to be, but it should be a company and you know uh, are passionate about a passionate uh purchase and you just want to own its shares, or you have a killer IPO strategy that you've been working with for some time and this is working for you. I mean, other than that, like, I think IPOs are good um headline news, and they like the flashy lights, but they need to prove themselves as stocks and as companies. And because public companies and because just corporations in general are created with the intention of being an ongoing thing, like it's going to be there forever, like I just take that into, trading. Like
So
if
there's no
I
rush,
don't
huh?
plan on not trading, there's no rush. There's no reason why I need to get into this today. If it's a good company and the management is good and they are selling their product or service, and they are improving and doing what they need to do, uh, they'll be doing that next year, and I'll be able to have a little
A going concern.
some more going concern, like I'll have more time and more price history, um more information from the company and the management to make a more informed decision on when I should get in and get out that trade. Looking at this right now, I don't know if you know I should get in now and it's gonna go to 600, or you know man, that's a lot. Yeah, six, like, or if it's gonna pull back to the 225 area, like
And not even bat an
I need
eye
some
at
time.
us putting that money in if it does either one of it. Okay, Robin, thank you. I want to tell you this, man. Okay, 0% of insiders hold shares in this company, but
See,
134% of the shares are held by institutions. So you can go over 100% ownership.
mm,
That's kind of scary, dog. So are
right.
we going
And
preferred
none
stock?
none is held by the management. Like that throws a red flag. None is held by the management or the board of directors. Like they don't believe in the company enough to hold and own shares in it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, he said 90 days. I usually say wait till after two earnings reports. Wait till the third earnings reports, because from like all of these companies, they come to market because of investment banks. That's who originally buy the shares and put them out to the market to sell to us. And so usually when the company comes out to market, like the investment bank, in order to sell this to all of their clients, to sell the shares, they usually kind of map out the first couple of earnings reports. And so it looks like they want it to look, but at come the third and the fourth one,
That's
earning
the real
report,
stuff.
that's when when a company is doing what it's supposed to do or not. And so that's why I say give it a year, give it 3 or 4 quarters. He say 90 days. And if it's coming into the market as a going concern, meaning that it's not gonna go away unless it go bankrupt. If it go bankrupt, it ain't a company you wanted to be in anyway. If it don't, then it's gonna be here and it got time to prove itself.
Um,
This is how I see it.
uh, what is it? Fonsec asked how long it's been here. It came out September 16th. That's what I have on my chart. So and it's been pushing,
Mhm,
pumping, volatile, volatile, volatile. That's a bull flag, gonna run. Now, I do not short high flyers that have this type of support,
mhm,
even if I see a reversal candle, because that reversal candle could quickly turn into just a tiny bear leg, which it could
mhm.
be a bear trap and another bull move.
Yep,
It can happen. So like
yep.
shorting Tesla when it's running, shorting when Beyond Meat was pumping, and I did catch those suckers, but I I just try to avoid that. But I like the fact that Sia will go out there and she'll try to catch one slipping.
Mhm, mhm,
Uh, Jamelin will she'll put an exotic play around it, and so I like the fact that in Mo's gonna catch a reversal. He'll go counter trend in a second.
mhm,
You know,
mhm.
so guys, we're at that hour mark, Mo.
That's what's up. I
I
mean,
want
I
to.
had one more. You can pull up Activision real quick. That was my one in the
Oh
gaming and
boy,
entertainment sector.
you
I'm
ready for the
following
holidays?
Activision and Take Two, and oh yeah, it kind of
Oh
cleared your little
boy,
area too. Activision, Take Two, EA Sports. I'm continuing to follow them all through the holidays. So yeah, Activision
that's a
is
winner.
looking nice.
That's a
So
winner. Ah, that's an entry, man. That's that.
oh, I'm in that
Yeah, I'm about to say,
one.
oh, quiet, stealthy, moving dude. So yeah, I've been in there
I'm in that one.
since the
I
initial
put I
pop.
put I was looking at it this afternoon, like and I took a little L on ACB. It's all good though. It didn't move like I thought it was gonna move after. I held it to the actual vote came out today. I was watching C-SPAN and everything, bro. But
Oh yeah, we had it on C-SPAN.
yeah. And so I took a little L. That's all good. But I seen this one putting in like 330. I was like, we're gonna take a shot. Let's see what's up. I hope.
The resistance is right here at like 82,
Yep. Oh
but
man, see, that's all
but
I need. See,
he got a little $3 move, two $3
man, I
move,
just need to hit that spot, bro. I don't need it. I don't need it all. I just needed to hit my spot. That's it.
and but it's a perfect window, a pocket. That's how we try to. I mean, you try to catch a pocket if you're trading.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to take the. I don't have to get the the socks and draws. Just give me the
Mm-hmm.
pocket, just a little pocket, and I get out and I leave before before the family wakes up, before your dad
Yep.
works overnight. I'm gone.
And now I'll be back on Tuesday. I'll be
Yeah.
back on Tuesday.
So guys, pay attention to just the support and resistance. I think everybody
Yeah.
in this room has their process that's building it up. You have stocks that you like. Uh, But
Yeah.
what we can't do is we have to avoid self-sabotage of
Yeah.
taking multiple speculative trades without parameters,
Yeah.
trying to short just because we think something's going to pull back.
Mhm.
Uh, do our research. Uh, Mo, can you put your email in there? I'm gonna put my email, guys. If you want to reach out to us, please do. I'm at JD at your mobile. I'm pronouncing it all. Trader.com. Mo and I have an options class coming up December 9th through the 11th. It's 3 days. We guarantee you're gonna make your money back. Will you have the tools to make your money back? Because we're putting you beginners, intermediate. The focus is the charts and also the canceling method, evaluating the stock prior to buying the option. Because selecting the option is we always say it's a piece of cake. You can do that quickly. But if we can sift through the stocks, you need to learn to find a set of stocks so you can build. And Charlene's in there. I think we have a few students we're we were trying to waver between 5 and 10. I say five. We're up, and Mo wants to extend it a little bit.
It's
So,
it's that time of year. I'm feeling I'm feeling loving.
well,
We might need to make, I don't know. We'll
well,
see.
it's coming,
We got
guys.
about a week. So
Come, look for it if you want to sign up. Look for it. Don't, and if not, don't trade options just to trade them without. Just keep studying
yeah,
and slowly work your way into it. Don't get into a trade where you don't know how to get out.
yep,
Don't buy an out of the money call or put just because it's cheap. That those are the things that I mean, without going too deep. That's something that gets everybody. We all have done
yeah,
it. I could spend $45 on that. Treat it as a business, and that $45 is going into the bottom. It's going to be it's working capital.
yep.
So
You
we're
got a
doing
fruit
that.
stand. You don't want the brown bananas. You want
Actually, I do
the
like
yellow
those for my
ones with the
smoothies, bro.
green top.
Okay,
Not
cool.
if you're gonna sell them, nah,
Oh, good
because
point. Okay, I got you.
you need it to
Good
hold
point.
and right, so it's ripened at the right time. You don't want to buy
Uh,
brown bananas
you're
to
right.
sell those.
Good point. I'm sorry, brother. You're right. You're right. Well, look. I also, we just come to the
No
stock
banana
scouts. Got
bread.
banana bread. They do need the fully ripe ones, man. They need them. But guys, stock scouts, we there. We're here every Friday.
Yep.
Thank y'all
I
for
got my
coming.
call on Tuesday. I was just gonna say if trading, or if you new and you thinking about getting one, like, oh, I'm looking at Activision, and I want to get the 95 or $100 call. What you think about that? Come to my Tuesday call and I'll be able to walk you through that.
Um,
Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern,
and
7:30 p.m. Central.
Google Central and Eastern Time and see where you stay. Google or ask Siri, she'll tell you. But Sunday, my mastermind group, Mobile Trader
Yep.
Mastermind group, meets at 7:30 p.m. Central. So everybody's welcome. It's going to be the same Zoom link. Come on in there. We're going to break it down. If you have questions about other things, we'll break that down. And I also I'm providing um, a monthly service to like for three stock. Just you give me three stocks and I'll make that video portfolio analysis of the stock for you. Give you a breakdown and give you the printout of the of from my from Investors Business Daily of like what the future long term look and also a short term options possibility. It's just some good. I just felt I know people were asking about it, and it takes about 30 minute video that I'll make for you, and it'll be once a month. And but it's just something. So email me if you have questions about that. But come on back Sunday, go to
Yeah.
Mo's charts on Tuesday, and be back next Friday. We just keep learning, and if you have questions, you send the stocks in, and we'll put them on the big board.
Yep.
So
We'll make
thank
it happen.
y'all,
I
Nakayo,
appreciate you coming.
Robin, Keyshawn, Gerald, Alexis. Never met Sister Oglesby, Selena,
Thank
Charlene,
you
Brooke.
so much, Selena.
Thank you, Selena. Dana Pay, Brooke Williams, Fonsec, iPhone guest. All right, I like that first name, iPhone. Jamelin, Jerry Fit, JK, Mo Fuller. Who else?
My
Hey,
man Mo.
what's
What's
going on,
happening, Mo?
Renisha? Ruby F. Baby. Sia Babor, Tony Frankie, and Ulysses S. Grant McGee.
Right.
That brother led the Union Army. Thank you, man. Thank you.
You a trip.
Weezy
We
F.
appreciate
Baby.
y'all.
All
Thank you
right,
so
guys. I'm
much.
going to
Please
stop
say the
talking.
baby. I know that's right. My man Mo.
Yeah, we had a
Please
good
say the
one.
baby.